Hi QA folks, in this video let's talk about what is unit testing. This is testing of each minimum possible function of the code separately and independently. Unit tests are usually run locally or on a build server. And usually it should be handled by developers themselves, not by QA team members. Let's take a look at the example. Let's say developer implemented this function of functionality that does something, and any functionality basically consists of a set of functions called one after each other, right? So on a code level, you will have a bunch of functions. It might be small, simple, it might be large and complex, doesn't really matter. So let's say you have this function, or developer implements this function that returns the sum of two numbers, right? Now, in order to cover it with unit tests or to write unit tests, what they would do, they will create, in this example, 4 tests, in each of them they will create object of this class adder, and then they will call this function or this method on the object. You see adder.add. This is 4 function calls. And it's been called with different parameters. Return 0 for 0 input. You see it checks that if we pass zeros, then it returns zeros. If we pass 1, 2, it returns 3. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. And some more or less large numbers, it will return some of them. So these are unit tests. And usually developers, after they write them, after they have written them, work on some different functionality. And before committing their code with this new functionality, usually what they would do is to run all existing unit tests to see that nothing had been broken. So that's the purpose. Again, unit tests are basically tests of each and every small possible function on the code level. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.